We're going to discuss now a topic that is very much a part of meditation, very much a part of consciousness, and that is toning, vibrating, and chanting. So, for those of you that are a little, how shall I say, introverted, or a little embarrassed to use your voice, now's the time to get rid of it because we are going to be doing some chants and some toning and some vibrating. And the reason why I chose this particular topic for today's talk is that I find for myself that the vibrations of the vibration or the tone of my voice has a big part of my particular meditation work, my energy work. There are lots of very active meditations out there that call for you to use vibrating. One of the most common ones that some of you might know might be the, oh geez, I already forgot the name of it, the Kabbalistic cross. And that's a wonderful, wonderful energy work that you can do to ground yourself and to draw the divine energy into your kundalini and your crown. And while the words, oh, let me just say right now that it's not the words that you say, it's how you say them when it deals with chanting, vibrating, or toning. You don't necessarily need to use Hindu or Hebrew or Egyptian or anything like that. It is the intention behind the word. You can create a chant yourself. I know that there's a lot of, how shall we say, disciplines out there where people will give you a mantra and that's your mantra and that's what you need to use. But I'm telling you right now that in today's day and age and the way that we are evolving ever so quickly here on this particular planet during this wonderful time of awakening and shift, that just putting together words does create a mantra, and how you say them can create a meditative state. One of the reasons why I enjoy using vibrating and chanting and whatnot is because it does add to the meditative state. It gives us the ability to alter our state of consciousness, take us out of our daily waking consciousness, the day-to-day grind, and really brings us to focus. Many meditations talk about focusing on your breath, but with the chant, not only are you focusing on the breath, you're focusing on a chant, and that in itself is going to help to alter your state of consciousness and allow you to raise your vibration that much more easily, which is why I really do condone and do promote the use of these techniques. So let's talk about chanting for just a moment, and the differences between chanting, toning, and vibrating. And it is my understanding, and this is again just from my knowledge and my practice over the last 25 years, that chanting is basically a repetitive form of a particular term. One of my chants that I'll share with you, and by all means feel free to use it, is I am love. I will chant that over and over and over again. Most likely, for me, I usually do it in the morning because I wake up and I'm like, oh, here we are. It's another day, more work to do. Wait a second. I am love. This is why I do what I do. So that's a particular chant that I use. You can use anything from an intention that you want to create is a wonderful way. You want to bring healing? I am healthy. I am vibrant. I am healthy. I am vibrant. I align with the divine. I align with the divine's intention. Whatever term that you can use is going to be feasible if it's done in a meditative state. So again, just to remind you, you do not need to have, Buddhist or Hindu or anything as far as the language is concerned. But chanting it does create, in a repetition, does begin to alter your state of consciousness. And that is why chanting is used. It is used to alter your state of consciousness. One of the most important chants, one of the most important chants that many of us use is the Ohm. I love the Ohm. I feel that the way that the Ohm is said, the way that the Ohm has been introduced into this particular world, it's a great symbol of it. And if you understand the meaning of the Ohm, it is the ah, which is the birth, the u, which is life, and then the which is the death, and then the silence in between. So it really does encompass all the cycles of life, the before life, the birth of life, the life, and then the end of the life, and then the silence in between. So if you were ever wondering what the symbology of Aum is, that is a wonderful interpretation of it that you can apply to raising your own awareness and raising your own consciousness. When it comes to, let's say, toning, now toning is a practice that is best done with your friends, with a group of people. It's very freestyle, and that's why I like it. It's freestyle chanting. Um, Toning is literally just expressing voice, expressing sound. I've been in toning circles where there are people just making different strange sounds, but eventually it harmonizes and you feel this amazing uh, vibration. I'll be using that term a lot today. You'll feel this amazing vibration moving through your body and your consciousness just drifting all over the place in a good way, in a positive way. So let's, I wish I could give you an example, but I'm alone here. But toning is just a matter of making a noise. Ee, oh, ah, he, and everyone doing it at the same time, just making a noise, and it really eventually does begin to harmonize, and you can see the amazing benefits of it when you're done. I feel very aware. I feel very alive. I feel healed. I feel vitalized after a toning session with a group of people. And unfortunately, it has been a while, and I look forward to more. But if you're ever invited to a toning session, that's what it is. And I would highly recommend, creating a toning group. Invite some friends over that are into toning, chanting, and meditating, and just everyone let loose. It's a freestyle verbalization of what you're feeling from your gut, and you're really going to enjoy that. Now, vibrating is a completely, for me, it's a very different, much more esoteric way of chanting and toning. For me, vibrating incorporates using, I don't want to say your higher self, but let's say it's using your awareness to a universal level. When I was taught how to vibrate a word, I was told to vibrate it as if it's shaking the foundation of life itself. So when you're vibrating, you're seeing it move not only through your body, you're seeing it move through the planet, you're seeing it move through the cosmos, and you're seeing it move through the entire universe, just shaking the universe with that particular sound that you're making. It's a wonderful, wonderful way of an intention, or an intentional way of using chant or voice to do a particular meditation. Most of the vibration that I've done has usually been with energy work, toning particular names of deities if you're working with particular deities or transdimensional beings. It also has to deal with prayer. If you want to do a specific prayer that you've written, you can vibrate that prayer, and it really just sends it out to the cosmos. And you can also move the vibration through your body. And I'm going to try to give you um, examples of all of this now, and we can go over time. It's no matter to me. But actually, no, I do have something to do, so I'll do what I can in 15 minutes. But let's start with chanting. Now, many of you may have never chanted before. I know when I first started chanting, I was like embarrassed to make a noise. I was in chorus in high school or whatever, but I never thought of myself as having a wonderful voice or anything like that. And it's not about that. You're not singing. You're just making noise. So let me share with you some basics that that I've developed over the years to help teach people how to do chant, how to do tone, and how to do vibration. I noticed that it's getting darker. Oh yeah, it's getting later. So I'm sorry if it's a little dark, but I hope you can still hear my voice. Um, let's start with the tones. And what I mean by the tones, they're very simple. They're the vowels, A, E, I, O, and U. So I'm going to give you an example, and please come on now. Let's be brave. Don't be afraid. I'd like you to follow. So I'll do a tone, and then you do a tone. And we'll start with A, but it's not pronounced A, it's ah. So, a little trick here that I learned with chanting. Lower your octave one level. Instead of, I know we all want to go, ah, no. Do it from your belly. Say it from your belly. Say it from your diaphragm. So focus that vowel or that tone in your belly and let it come out from your belly, up your throat, and out of your mouth. Taking a full deep breath and allowing the whole breath come out with that sound. So that was A. Come on. Very good. And now E. But E, E, usually in kind of chants, or if you're reading a particular chant, E is eh. So let's do the eh sound. And you can do it with me. Let's take a deep breath, filling your belly. I felt that move through my body. I hope you did too. And the next is I, which is usually pronounced as E. So let's take a deep breath, and we're going to do E. Okay, take a deep breath. E. Very, very good. Now we're going to do a ooh. We just lost more light. Sorry about that. We're going to do ooh next. Or I'm sorry, oh. We're going to do oh and then ooh. So let's take a deep breath and get ready to do oh. Fill your belly. Oh. Nice, very nice. Are you starting to feel how it moves through your body? It moves through your muscles, your bones. You can feel it in your bones. And last but not least, let's do the U or the ooh. So let's take a deep breath. Ooh. Very good. That's all of them. Ah, e, o, oo. Those are the vowel sounds. And it's a wonderful way to learn how to begin chant. I know we're going to have to extend this to a second class, so we're probably going to end up doing toning, chanting, and vibrating part 2 next week. But I would like us to, now that we know how to do the sounds, and before I do that, let me see if I can get a little light in here because this is getting a little dark. Sun's setting quickly. I guess there's cloud forms or something like that. Give me one moment. Ah, that's much better. Sadly, we have the reflection of the light in the painting, but I think we have better light now. Yes. So let's now put into practice all the vowel sounds. Not all, but let's use what we just practiced together by doing the Ohm. The difference is with consonants, there is an end, there is a sharp end eventually. And you're going to notice that when you do the Ohm. If you've never done the Ohm before, this is your chance to do it for the first time. If you have done it before, let's try to do it, and I'm sure many of you might have already learned all of this before, but let's take a deep breath, filling our bellies, and let it come out, up from our stomach, out of up our throats, and out of our mouth in one full breath. So let's take a very deep breath. Notice the shape of the mouth, how it changes. It makes a big difference if you start noticing the way that your mouth is formed. This comes from actually a singing professor that once taught me. It's all about the shape of your mouth, but it will help you with your chanting. So focus, or at least acknowledge and be aware of the way you're shaping your mouth, the Aum, while you're doing it. And you can exaggerate it a little bit. It does make a difference. So one more time. Let's take a deep breath. One more time. Namaste. And now if you haven't already, you've learned how to do the Aum and chant the Aum with intention, with understanding, and allowing that vocalization to move through your body. Allow it to help you relax. Allow it to help you go into a meditative state, and allowing it to help you raise your vibration. And that is the Aum. I think we have time for one more chant, and then I promise you next week we'll do more. I can't do toning because we don't have a group, but I do want to show you vibrating and using specific prayers to move the energy through your body, and I think you're really going to enjoy that. It'll be a standing up meditation, but again, we'll worry about that next week. Many of us are very aware of the Nichiren Buddhist chant. For those of you that don't know, the Lotus Sutra is a very common one. The Lotus Sutra is used by many people in the Nichiren Buddhism for manifestation, for healing. Once you are used to saying it over and over again, you can put an intention behind it. It's funny, I have a very close family member of mine is very much and very involved in Nichiren Buddhism. And she's like, I chanted for that car. And you hear people talk about that, and you're like, what do you mean you chanted for that car? Or I chanted for that job. And for me, if anyone understands the dynamic of energy, and it's not something to be laughed at. I know it's funny from a pop culture point of view, but anyone who understands the metaphysics of energy and understands the metaphysics of the law of attraction or intention work, you can utilize chants to put an intention behind it to release it out into the universe. So if you look at it from that perspective, saying that someone chanted for a car or chanted for a job is not so silly anymore. But anyway, one of the most popular ones, as I said earlier, is the Lotus Sutra. And there are different ways of doing it. Some people do it very quickly. Some people do it very slowly. I prefer slow. I like my chants nice and slow and sing-songy and quiet. And there are other people that prefer fast because fast helps to distract the mind. A good example, and this is not the Lotus Sutra, but the Sutra of Compassion, which is we all know Om Mani Padme Hum. And when I was taught Om Mani Padme Hum, it was very quickly. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. And you do it very quickly, very quickly, very quickly to distract the monkey mind. And did we talk about that here yet? No, we haven't. Miriam and I talked about it last week. But we'll talk more about monkey mind on this series soon. But when you do something like that, it's really to distract the mind from moving from thought to thought to thought to thought. So you would say it fast. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. I love the quiet. And when it comes to, let me go back to what we were talking about earlier, the Lotus Sutra, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. And again, that's a very, very popular chant. I love the quiet version. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. And the reason why I like the slow version is because then I have the ability, perhaps, to focus on that, that new job or that the new dishwasher that you're really trying to get or whatever. But it works well for law of attraction like that. So let me say the words very slowly, and we'll do it once, and then I'm gonna have to call it a night, unfortunately. Nam Myo, M-Y-O, Nam Myo, Ho, H-O, Renge, R-E-N-G-E, and I'm sure there are other variations of the spelling, don't quote me. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. The reason why I like this one for today is it shows you how to learn how to break and allow consonants in. Because when you're going to do your own prayer, when you're going to do I am love, love is a hard consonant, it's a hard sound. And I might as well teach you something to help manifest. So let's do Nam Myoho Renge Kyo one more time. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. One more time. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. I hope you enjoyed that. I know I did. I feel better already. Just amazing. Just saying these chants or doing these tones just a couple times, you immediately feel a difference in your body. I mean, from the cells to the bones to the blood to the muscle, you feel a difference, and I'm sure your mind feels more at ease as well. When we return next week, I promise we're going to continue this discussion. I obviously did not have enough time to share what I wanted to share. As well, I'm hoping to continue our first talk that we had on the body. We're going to talk about the mind as well, what you can do to help the mind evolve. Little steps you can take to help your brain function even clearer. So next week we're going to talk about the brain, the mind, and we're going to continue with vibration this time, maybe throw in a couple chants. And I'm going to teach you to do a stand-up meditation. I bet it's been a long time, or if you have ever done one. But standing up and doing a meditation is pretty cool, and I think you're going to enjoy it. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I enjoyed this one probably the most, and I enjoy that. I say that every week because I have a feeling we're going to like each one better and better every week. Archives will be available here on the GIC. Give me a few days to edit, give me a few days to upload it. You can share this class with your friends for free. Remember, if you are interested, you are allowed to talk to me. If you're here on GIC, I see a few of you there. You can talk to me during these classes and ask me questions. You would have to be a donating member, of course, but by all means, please, let's keep the conversation going. And I just want to thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next week. I look forward to this next one very, very much. Have a wonderful night, everybody, and I love you dearly, so thank you for letting me share what I know with you, and hopefully helping you helps me, so thank you.